The turnout at the Trump rally in Tulsa wasn't huge, and one group is taking credit for that. We'll tell you who next on Keep It Social. What's up, y'all? I'm Paris, and this is Keep It Social. How many of us have heard of BTS or Blackpink? What about Red Velvet? Not talking about the cake, although we do love that. These are all popular Korean pop or K-pop bands, and by now, President Trump has probably become pretty familiar with most of them. That's because his campaign was expecting a large turnout at its recent rally in Tulsa, because over 1 million people registered for the event online. But only a little over 6,000 actually showed up, and K-pop fans and TikTok users are taking credit for that. They say they made fake reservations to their event, inflating the campaign's expectations. Many people on Twitter are praising their actions, including Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So here with me to discuss the power of K-pop is my lovely co-host Terrence. What's up, Terrence? How are you?
I'm well. How are you today, Paris?
I'm doing well, thank you. And Terrence, we're so lucky to have with us today our good friend and New York Post reporter, Marisa Gelato, who joins us from Andover, Massachusetts. Hi, Marisa.
Hey, Paris. Hey, Terrence. How are you both?
Good. And it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So, Marisa, we saw you tweeting about this whole phenomenon with the Trump rally and K-pop and TikTok users, K-pop fans and TikTok users. And so tell us what really went down here and how did you catch wind of this and how did it all unfold?
Sure. So I personally caught wind of this 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. I had just organically seen posts popping up on my TikTok feed saying, hey, guess what? You can register for free for Trump's rally using a phone number or email address. You don't need to go, and it will, take a seat away perhaps from a Trump supporter. I had seen tweets like this as well, because obviously there's a lot of cross-pollination on social media. It actually started, I believe, a lot of people are crediting this grandmother in Iowa who posted her anger about it. Obviously the rally was in Tulsa, site of horrible racist massacre, and it was on Juneteenth, another day that's very special to the Black community. And so to have a Trump rally in that place at that time seemed to be a real slap in the face, and people wanted to respond in a way that felt safe because of the pandemic and also powerful to them. And so a lot of people
and he did later reschedule it away from
the next day. Yes, but I think that the original scheduling did anger enough people to want to get involved. I had explained this whole phenomenon, prank, whatever, to my grandparents last week. I was telling them about it, and I was like, oh, this is happening. I don't think it's going to work though, because obviously to me it had been everywhere enough that I figured if I had seen it, the Trump campaign would have seen it and also counteracted it. That did not happen. So
maybe they didn't see it.
Right.
Well, the New York Times reported that some kids or users, I don't want to infantilize anyone here, were deleting their videos or posts after 24 or 48 hours. So that way it got the message out. But if you maybe were searching search terms for the campaign, you wouldn't necessarily know that this was going on. So a little bit of it was through whisper networks. A little bit of it was just maybe on a community they're not tapped into. So it worked.
Yeah, I was one of those people who really did not know about this until it happened, right? And so a lot of the conversations that I've seen about what went on, especially from, more mature audiences, has been that it's a prank, right? It's a joke. They made fun of the situation. And in my eyes and my social circles, and I've seen it or heard it talked about elsewhere as well, this is a form of social activism. And I think that these people, these young adults, need that very credit, right? And I see this also as something that parallels what we've seen or what I've seen on Black Twitter, where they have co-opted hashtags, co-opted things that did not align with their belief system, with our belief systems, as far as social justice is concerned, right? And so I see this, like I said, paralleling that. I just want the attention around what's happening to not diminish what the act was, just because it's coming from a younger group of people. You know, and I think if you look back at social activism historically, a lot of it has really gotten off the ground because of young people. And so I just want, I just want to make sure that people understand that it's much more than, a joke or a prank, or at least in my eyes it is.
Yeah. Well, I find it so interesting that you say that, because, well, for one, I want to know, they're saying that this is what they did, but has it been proven that they actually were the ones who did it? I mean, it would make total sense that they were able to band together and do this. But it's like, I kind of want to see the numbers and really see someone trace it back.
Well, the thing is, it's going to be really hard to do that, because first off, this was a first come, first serve rally. It's not like you reserved a ticket, you got a ticket, no one else could have that ticket. So still, that stadium sat 19,000 people, 6,200 showed up. And there's going to be a few different reasons why that happened. One could be the coronavirus. Maybe supporters were afraid of getting it. Maybe because there were Black Lives Matter protests going on. Maybe they felt it would be unsafe for whatever reason to go. Maybe they just didn't feel like supporting Trump, and that's why he just happened to not have his supporters show up. The TikTok users, the people who signed up for these tickets, what they did was inflate the data. I don't think there's necessarily going to be a way that directly correlates this to the lack of turnout, but I think it was absolutely one of the main influences.
Well, I will say, if this was one of the driving factors of the numbers, that's crazy, right? Because you have, again, like Terrence was saying, this young generation that we know is one of the most socially active generations that we've seen over the course of time, who's utilizing social media, something that they have grown up with and done very well, to do this. And more importantly, to have such a huge impact on political discourse. And so I guess it raises a lot of different questions about, should this be allowed in this arena, and should we be able to use social media for these purposes? And when you think about K-pop, I mean, this is like, these are Korean pop bands. And so then I think you get into a whole nother question of outside influencers and our political activism, our political doings in this country, which have some remnants of Russiagate, 2016. And I could see the president taking that and really running with it. But I think there are a lot of questions about that there. So we'll have to keep thinking about them. Well, Marisa, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
You too. Well, that's it for us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all our social channels, and let us know what you'd like to see on the show. We'll see you next time. And until then, Terrence, what should they do?
Keep it social.